Beekeepers, Jenna here with Mann Lake. I am out in the Minnesota bee yard today doing our hive inspections, here to bring you the June edition of the Beekeepers Buzz for the North. So as you can see, compared to last time, it is much greener here, which means there's more nectar and pollen available in our area. So there's going to be a lot more coming into the hives, and they're definitely in a build-up period. So today I just want to cover hive inspections. When should you be inspecting? What should you be looking for? And is there anything specific that you need to be concerned about right now? So we're just going to go into this hive here. I've got my smoker going already. I like to just gently smoke the entrance. And as far as when you should be doing your hive inspections, the best time to do it is in the middle of the day when all the forages are out. So there's less bees in the hive. All right, so this colony here, there's a lot of bees. I'm seeing probably at least a solid 4 frames of bees that are drawn out on this comb. Okay. And as I'm going into the hive, I like to use a frame perch. If you haven't invested in one of these, strongly recommend it. It makes your life much easier when you're going into the hive. So as you can see, there's still some pollen substitute left on here. I do have my Ultra Bee patties out here in the bee yard just in case I need to add. And it looks like they have not gotten to a lot of the outside frames here. So on this particular hive, I'm not going to quite add another box yet. So as you can see there, they're starting to draw out this frame. There's pollen on this frame. No brood on this one. All right. I also like to go into the hive on a calmer, sunny day. Today wasn't the best day. It is a bit cloudy with a little bit of a breeze, but still not a bad day to be in the bee yard. So what you're looking for when you're going in and doing your hive inspections, the thing that you always need to do is make sure that your colony is queen right. So make sure that you have a laying queen in the hive. I've got brood here. It looks like you can see some empty spaces where brood has emerged, and there's newer larvae in there. So I'm thinking this colony definitely has a queen. Yeah, on this side of the frame, I've got newer eggs. So I'm pretty confident that this colony is queen right. And at this point, when I'm doing my hive inspections, that's all I need to see. A lot of people are concerned about whether or not they need to actually see the queen in the hive, especially if you're a new beekeeper. Lots of people go in and they search and search and search for the queen. You don't have to actually see your queen in the hive. If you see evidence that she's in there, that's all that you need to do. So you're going into your hive on a nice day in the middle of the day. What you're looking for, making sure that your colony is queen right. This time of year especially, they're building up a lot. So it's also a good idea to do your regular mite checks. So make sure that you're at least once a month doing a mite check. On that, we have additional videos on how to use the Easy Check to do an alcohol wash, as well as how to do the U of M kit. And we'll link those in the show notes for you. All right. And another common question this time of year in our region is whether or not you should still be feeding. We've gotten quite a few rainy days, so when it's raining, they're not out and foraging, which can slow down the buildup in the hive if they don't have supplemental feed. Looks like this feeder here's got a little bit of syrup down in the bottom, so I'm just going to top it off with some Pro Sweet. Try not to make too much of a mess. So to reduce the risk of swarming, always make sure that your bees have enough space so they can continue to be productive, drawing out frames, laying more brood. Also make sure that you are looking for queen cells. So in general, on a colony, the queen cells are going to be down at the bottom if they're looking to swarm, and they'll look like a cup, basically, that's hanging off the bottom, and that's a sign that your colony is ready to swarm, and you better be ready with a swarm trap in your bee yard. So this is a supersedure cell. This basically, the hive, either the queen died or they recognized her as not being a viable queen, and so she had laid eggs, and they're basically trying to raise a queen off of one of the eggs that was in the hive. And generally, like a supersedure cell is going to be in the middle of the frame versus your swarm cells are down at the bottom. We had a little bit too much space in between our frames, and as you can see, the bees, instead of drawing off of the foundation itself, actually drew the comb in between the two frames, which makes for a little bit of a mess in the hive. If you do run into a situation like this, the easiest way is to just scrape this out and start from scratch, but there's a lot of brood on this frame, so we're not going to do that. Signs that your queen has been accepted by the colony. Number one, you're going to see evidence of eggs and brood within the hive. Two is, in general, a queen-right colony is going to be a bit quieter. Oftentimes, if you have a colony that does not have a queen, you'll open it up and it's almost like a roar. The bees are quite a bit louder. Okay, beekeepers, how fast can you find the queen? Now, if this colony had drawn out 3/4 of the frames in here at this point, I would be adding another box. Depending on where you're at within our region, there's likely a good chance that you already have your second brood box, and you may even be putting your honey supers on. So if you're in the north right now, make sure that you're thinking about the future. So looking into end of June, early July, that's when you're going to be adding your honey supers. And then, like I said, make sure that you're keeping up on your mite checks. Now, this colony obviously is still in the build-up stage, so I wasn't overly concerned about swarming. If you have a really strong colony, also make sure you are double checking for queen cells, and just do yourself a favor and put a swarm trap up in your apiary. We have a video on how to do that too, so we'll link that in the show notes for you as well. Certainly, if you want to see more content, like and subscribe. If there's anything specific you want us to cover, go ahead and leave a comment in the notes, and we'll do that video for you. We're always looking for ideas on things that you guys want to know. And if you have questions, you can give our sales staff a call or go on our website and check out Bella, our AI beekeeping assistant. She's great and can answer all of your questions. I think that's it for today. We will see you in July. Happy beekeeping.